Premier League fixtures for the week. We did a preview where we talked about Manchester United taking on Liverpool and what the expectations were for Liverpool because the pressure, having lost 3 games on a bounce, was really building. But somehow, Robert Amorim was able to get the better of Arne Slot on the day. What do you think, or where do you think it went wrong for Liverpool?
Let me borrow from your playbook. I think and Slot needs to change his formation and stop using four at the back.
Okay.
He needs to start playing five at the back or
Come
six
on.
at the back. No, no, no,
Serious.
because that's the argument you guys have had with the Amorim,
Mm.
his system.
Yeah.
So how come another coach has lost four in a row, three in
Mm.
the Premier League, and
Yeah.
you're not telling him to change his system or his formation or his pattern?
Okay.
And like I said, that aside,
Mm.
I said it on our last episode that
Yeah.
it's a derby game. The rivalry between Manchester United and
Liverpool.
Liverpool
Yeah.
is only rivaled by what you have in the El
The
Clasico.
Classical, yeah.
So, and then even if Manchester United is down or Liverpool is down, they would always find a way to serve up an interesting match.
Yeah.
It's very rare for a Liverpool versus Manchester United match to be very dull. Even if it's a goalless draw, it will be
Yeah.
pulsating.
Yeah.
And Amorim got his tactics spot
Yeah.
on. I think to an extent, and his slot also had spot on tactics
Yeah.
because both teams created
A lot
chances,
of chances we
and then the
game, yeah.
goalkeepers and then the woodwork also
Mm.
played a role in ensuring that United had the victory.
Now, when you see the way Arsenal approached the Liverpool game, it was more of a tactical battle, especially in midfield. But for yesterday's game, it was quite very open, and the slot opened up a lot. And I think that gave Man United the opportunity to create chances and even punish them. Let me ask Barry, because Liverpool is his own team. Looking at Slot, he had a fantastic first season. Then I think for me, he tampered with the core of that team. Arnold, um, Luis Diaz, and of course, unfortunately,
Nunes,
the
Diogo
death of
Jota,
Diogo Jota, and then
and
Nunes
then
leaving the team.
players like Robertson that they are declining.
Robertson has also declined. Salah looks like he's
Yes.
declining rapidly. What do you think Slot needs to do now to stop this downward slide?
Well, there is no, I don't have a definitive answers to that because even the tactical changes I would suggest, we also have is up and down. So what happens to the tactical change when the down starts
Okay.
coming?
Yeah.
So Salah has not started to decline. He's already declining. Just 2 goals in 8 matches. That's not like him. But it's not as if Man U just had a free will. The woodwork came rescued Man U on 3 occasions
Yes, yes, yes.
and some other factors. But at the end of the day, the end justifies the means. So United had a hard fought victory. So kudos to them.
Okay. Did Liverpool come into the season with too much confidence, having had a very successful first season under Slot? I don't think so. Although we have said historically, Liverpool has not been able to defend the league by winning it back to back. So maybe that is
The
playing
thing is that
a part.
yeah, the thing is that Amorim had a solution
Yeah.
to Liverpool's pressing and their midfield superiority yesterday. If you notice, he entirely bypassed the midfield in his build-up.
Yeah.
It was always going back to the goalkeeper, who, by the
Yeah.
way, has been an improvement on what United have suffered in the past 2, 3 years.
Mm.
Yeah, he had the goalkeeper bypass the midfield by
Yeah.
taking long balls.
Yeah.
And if you notice, if you see the goal Manchester United scored in the within 65 seconds, you see that at the point Ahmad made that assist to Mbuemo,
Mbeumo,
to
yeah.
Bayern Mbuemo, you had six Manchester United players attacking the Liverpool team.
Okay.
You had six Manchester United players like very, very in and around the Liverpool box. And that's what I've always said about the Amorim formation.
Yeah.
You might look at it as a five at the back system, but it is more attacking than you think.
Yeah.
So that's just how
For
I
me,
feel
another
about that.
thing I think I observed in that game was the fact that at the beginning of the season, I complained about Liverpool's defense being too, they were light in defense. Konate and Van Dijk, yeah, really good.
What
But
about the
they are,
fullbacks?
Van Dijk isn't very young anymore. Okay,
Yes.
and then when you pressure them, and if something happens to Konate or Van Dijk, what happens to that defense? Now, if you look at what, let's use Ateta, and let's use Pep also for this season. They try not to concede first.
Yeah,
The idea is don't concede.
don't
Since we
chase the
can't
game.
score, we don't concede. But yesterday, slot opened up too much, right? They kept missing chance after chance, but defensively, they were not also very solid, and I think they paid the price for it.
And yeah, they paid, and also, we said this, I think, five editions ago
Yeah,
on the podcast,
yeah,
that 5 episodes ago,
yeah.
that Liverpool might be made to pay for their inefficiencies and their poor displays.
Yeah.
But it's kudos to them that they
Mm.
were winning late.
Yeah.
Because if you notice all the games they played this season, bar the Galatasaray game that they lost
Okay.
to a goal in the first half, they've always left it late.
Yeah.
They always had this goal that came in four against them from the 80th minute.
Mm.
You understand? So,
Yeah.
and it's beginning, the late goals syndrome is beginning to work against Arne Slot.
In 8 games, they've conceded 11. That's terrible. That's
Yes,
terrible
when you
defending.
consider um
Considering Van Dijk and Konate's
or no,
status,
when you just consider a team like Arsenal.
who has
Arsenal
considered
don't
3 goals.
Arsenal don't concede, and
Yeah.
it's what I said over the weekend, that
Yeah.
Arsenal, they are going to beat Fulham,
Mm.
not because they have they're going to score, they're going to put up a superlative attacking performance, but because they have a defense that is very mean. I did not see Fulham scoring against them, and that's what happened. And by the way, don't forget that I predicted a 2-1 victory for Manchester United, because I said that although I was not really particular about Manchester United winning by 2-1, but I think one thing I also mentioned was that it's going to be a one goal game, whether it be a 2-1 victory, it could be a 1-0 victory, which was very unlikely, or a 3-2 victory, and that's what played out. It was
If you look at Liverpool's defensive record, it's really bad considering that teams like Chelsea have considered 9, Tottenham has considered 7, Sunderland has considered 6, newly promoted side. So it means that somehow between now and a couple of weeks, Slot has to find a solution to that defense. If they keep leaking in goals like they are doing, I think that it will become even more difficult as they go on. And they are not scoring too
that's
much.
the main issue.
Yeah.
The goals difference game. It's very, very important, because as Alexander used to say this, that to win the league you have to factor in a lot of things. You have to factor in your defense.
That defense wins
Yes,
league, yes.
and you have to factor in your goals difference. There will be a time when winning the league, escaping
May
relegation,
depend
on your goals difference,
yeah,
on the superiority
of your goal
of
difference. Yeah.
your goals difference,
Mm.
because the English league does not use the head-to-head
Head-to-head,
like they do in the Spanish La Liga. They prefer a goal difference system. So there are times when you just have to scrap out the win and win by 1 goal to 0, and then there are times you just have to score as much as 6 or 7, because
Yeah.
these goals will what will be accumulated at the end of the season for you. It will count for you. In fact, there are times when you are playing a team, and let's say you are above the team with 3 points, and then you have a goal difference superiority of like 12 goals, and then you
Yeah.
now know that even if these guys beat us, we are still on top
We are
of
still
them.
on for them with goal difference. Yeah.
You
It
you
becomes
understand
an
it? Yes,
advantage
it
at
becomes
that point.
an added mental advantage
Yeah, for you, yeah.
to you.
All right, so Liverpool lost again. I wonder how the Liverpool camp is feeling today.
How are you
Somehow,
feeling today, Barry? How are you feeling today, Barry?
Well, they are not going to continue losing definitely. So at one point in time or the other, changes will revamp them back
but
to
if
their
Man
winning
City
way.
and Arsenal get say a 7 or 8 point gap against you, it's almost over.
No, anything can still happen
No, you can say
in football.
You can say Man City,
Because
but
they
not
are currently
Arsenal.
second. Yeah.
Yeah, because Arsenal is going to finish second. That is certain. Arsenal is going to finish second, and Manchester United is going to finish first. But that's my prediction. And I predicted before we even played Sunderland, I predicted a 15 game run.
Unbeaten run, yeah.
Yes. In
All
fact,
right.
15 straight victories.
When we get to Arsenal, we'll talk about